Hi my loves, and welcome back to another episode of Josh's Way. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's video. So for today's video, I will be diving into my trusty old friend here, my phone. So for today's video, I will be showing you guys everything that's on my iPhone, everything from the apps that I use most frequently to showing you the aesthetic that I created for my home screen, my lock screen, etc, etc. So we're going to be diving into my trusty old phone here. So if you guys are interested to see the different apps that I do have on my iPhone and basically how I styled my phone to look a specific type of way, then you guys can keep on watching. But before we dive into this week's video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also like this video, give this video a thumbs up, and also follow me on my Instagram accounts. I have two Instagram accounts. I have a personal and a design page. The personal, I use it much more for content creating stuff and my modeling portfolio and whatnot. And my design page, I use it strictly for my graphic design. I also have TikTok, but I don't use it all that much. However, I will be linking it still in the description down below. So if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on all my little other social media accounts, I would really appreciate it. So let's dive straight into the video. Don't mind me, my boobs are like, my nipples are like sliding out, but oh my god, I'm obsessed with today's fit. Sorry, before we dive in, like I love this fit so much. It's giving me very beach 90s look kind of vibe going on, like this little like moment. Like I live for this piece. So yeah. So today I will be showing you guys everything that's on my iPhone 11. I have the iPhone 11 in the purple color. So let me just clear up my notifications real quick before we start. So the first thing that you see when you open up my phone is this wallpaper right here. I'm really going for that minimalist aesthetic. I do love anything minimalism, so I'm really into this kind of like shadowy, creamy vibe at the moment, and I've been in this vibe for the longest now, so this is what you're going to see when you unlock my phone for the first time. So let's dive into the phone itself. So this is the first screen that you see, and basically every single screen is coordinated just like this. Everything is very beautifully coordinated in my opinion, but we're going to go screen for screen. Okay, so this is the first thing that you see, and basically on here I have my calendar on top. I have the App Store. I think we all know what the App Store is. I don't really have to explain what that is, but we have the App Store. I have my photos, and I have like 1,000 different photos in here. Like I take so many photos, but these are all my photos in here. I have the camera settings, and I have the trusty old Instagram. I have like a lot of notifications right now that I need to answer. But yeah, so we have Instagram, WhatsApp, and Snapchat, and I also have to answer a few people. I'll be answering everyone after this, I promise. So after Snapchat, I have TikTok, YouTube, Google Messages, and Facebook. And as I said before, I have my calendar on top, and I also have this little like message or this little picture right here that says love, love. Usually I change this up depending on my mood. Sometimes I put like a motivational thing there. And on the bottom, I have my phone, Gmail, other mails like Hotmails and stuff, and also my music app. So the way that I try to coordinate my phone is I try to make it have this very minimalist and creamy aesthetic. So the way I did this is with widgets. This is only possible if you have iOS 14. You can add like little widgets. So I downloaded this app called Widgetsmith, and with Widgetsmith you can customize your widgets any way you want. So for example, on this screen I have the calendar on top. When you click widget, this is what you get. So you can like customize, you can add small widgets, you can add like medium widgets, like right here you can add large widgets. Like you can customize this the way you want it, however you want it. So for example, if I were to click dates and you would like click that, you can like add anything you want. You can add photos, you can add like events, you can add like weather, but you have to pay for that. I don't really want to do that, but you know, you can add like a few different things. So I think Widgetsmith is really cool, and that's how I got to make my entire like phone kind of have like that little aesthetic. So yeah, so this is basically the first screen. Now I feel like everything here is like really familiar to everyone, so I don't really have to like explain anything that's on the screen. So we're going to move on to the second screen. So on the second screen, I basically have the same format as I do on the first screen. So I have like a little like widget on top and then a little picture. I have Miss Nicki Minaj because I love her so much and she's like my idol. So she is definitely present there, giving me that very queen vibe that I need. On this little screen, we have Safari, again, an app that I feel like everyone knows. If you don't own an iPhone or any Apple product, Safari is basically like Apple's Google or main web store. What am I saying? Safari is like the internet browser default for any Apple product. Yeah. So next to Safari, I have Outlook, and I basically use Outlook for my school emails. Afterwards, we have our Messenger, and that's for Facebook messaging. Next to it, we have Shazam. Now, I feel like everyone knows what Shazam is, but basically Shazam is an app that if you are listening to a current music on the radio and you want to know what's playing, but you don't know the name, you click up Shazam, you hold it like that, or you tap it, and it basically like tells you which song is playing, so that way you know. If you don't have Shazam, download it. It's like crucial, you need it. Yes. Afterwards, we have FaceTime. Now, FaceTime is also an app that comes with iPhone. I feel like everyone knows what that is. I have my TD Canada bank account. Now, that's basically for my banking. Nothing too fancy. It's basically banking, so like my checks and stuff, how much money I have on my account, stuff like that. And then next to it, we have Duolingo. Now, Duolingo is honestly such a fun app. I really like it. It helps me like learn different languages. Like right now, I'm learning Portuguese. I haven't really used it in like the last couple of weeks because I've been really busy, but it's basically this really fun game where it helps you learn a language. It's really fun. I would really download it. It's cute. Yeah. So next to it, we have Huiji. This little app is for picture purposes. It gives a really cool effect. It has like a really cute little, it gives it a little like effect. It kind of gives it like a vintage feel to it. I use this app not that often, but like when I do, it's like really aesthetically beautiful, so I like it. So next we have iMovie. Now iMovie is another app that comes with any Apple product, and I basically use iMovie to edit all of my YouTube videos. This is where I download and edit my YouTube videos to perfection and the way I wanted to. So yeah. Next to it, we have the podcast app. Now, this is, again, I think it's very self-explanatory. It has all the podcasts that you want to listen to. If you're someone that listens to podcasts, this is an app for you. Next, we have PayPal. Now, PayPal, I think, again, everyone knows what PayPal is, right? Like, I think everyone knows what PayPal is. I basically use it for client work, projects and stuff that like people have to pay me and stuff. So, yeah. And then we have the Zoom app. Now, I feel like everyone knows what Zoom is. So this is the second screen. Again, nothing too exciting here. However, I did correlate everything by colors. So if you can see, the top row is like predominantly white and blue. Then we have green, purple, blue. So I kind of like try to correlate everything. I tried to do that really aesthetic thing where a lot of people would put like a picture on top. It's like an entire thing, but like you basically change the color of the icons of the app itself to like really make it like fully aesthetic. However, the reason why I didn't do that, or the reason why I don't like doing that, is because when you do that, it has to redirect you to shortcut first and then open up the app, and that's really annoying to me. I don't like that, so that's why I didn't like do all that extra stuff. So let me show you. This is a screen, for example. So this is what it looks like by having a picture on top of an app. However, this is the problem. This is what I hate. So for example, if I'm gonna open up, I don't know, Snapchat, and it... Okay, wait. Did they update that? Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Okay, so they updated it. So they actually opened up the app now. Because like at first when I did this, they literally, you had to go through the shortcut app and then it goes into the actual app. But now when you click it, it just opens it up immediately. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna move on. So the third one, again, has the same layout as the other two, with the widgets on top and then a little picture. With this one, I really wanted to go, again, keep it in that same beigey feel to it, you know? still carrying that same aesthetic. So I have like this little picture that really calms me down. Like that's what I want my future room to look like with that specific aesthetic. So I have that picture on top, and then I have a picture of Miss Ariana Grande. I absolutely adore this woman. Both her and Nicki Minaj, they're both like my idols and like my queen. So like she had to make an appearance as well. We start off with wallets. Wallet again is nothing too fancy. It's literally like you can like put your like credit cards in there. I basically use this with Apple Pay, so you have to like put your like credit card in there. Yeah, so that's wallet. Next to wallet we have Translate. Translate is a app that came with iOS 14, I believe. It's basically like Google Translate, but it's officially from Apple. So let's translate something. I love you more.
Te quiero puta. Te quiero puta. Te quiero puta. Te quiero puta. Te quiero puta.
Okay, so next to Translate, we have my games folder. Now, I'm a child, so I love playing games. So I have the Kim Kardashian app. Oh my god, only the OGs have the Kim Kardashian app. I've been playing this for so long. Sometimes I stop playing it for such a long period of time and then I go back to it. But I actually really like the Kim Kardashian app, so I keep it. And then a few other games that just for me to entertain myself, and then Among Us, Subway Surfer, you know, all that cute stuff just for entertainment purposes. And then we have CoStar next to it. I love CoStar. CoStar is basically an app that like shows you your birth chart, your astrology signs, and it also gives you like cute little messages like every day. I love looking at my chart, and I like to look at other people's chart, and that's what I really like about it, is that you can add friends to it and then you can see each other's like stuff. So then we have an Aruba Bank app, and that's basically another banking account app. So afterwards we have Facetune 2. Now Facetune again is an app that I use whenever I'm editing my Instagram. So Facetune is an app that I use to edit my Instagram pics. For example, if I have a little pimple showing and I don't really want it there, I kind of like smooth it out. Or like if there's something in the background that I want to smooth out, I just like, you know, smooth it out. This app is cute. I like it. So then next to it we have Feed Preview for Instagram. Now Feed Preview, I really like this app because it basically shows you what your feed is going to look like before you post a picture. So before you want to post a picture, you basically go in here, you add a photo that you haven't posted on Instagram before, just so you can get like a preview as to how your feed is going to look like once you post that photo. I think it's a really good app. So next to that one we have the Followers app, and this is basically an app to see who is like following you, who isn't following you, who unfollowed you, who blocked you, stuff like that, stuff like that, stuff like that. Nothing too shady, but I do check who unfollows me and who doesn't. So afterwards we have Prequel. I talked about Prequel before in another video, how I edit my Instagram pics. This app, I use it quite frequently to edit all of my Instagram pics. It is such a cool app, has a lot of cool filters and a lot of cool ways to edit your photos, and I think it's honestly so beautiful. So I would definitely add this to your apps if you are looking for a different way to edit your Instagram photos. And again, if you want to see me use it in a specific video, you can go back to my video of how I edit my Instagram pics. However, I will be updating that video because I am editing my pics a bit differently now, so stay tuned for that. So next to the Prequel app we have Notes. Again, this is an app that comes with Apple. It's nothing too drastic. It is just, you know, apps to make notes. So afterwards we have My Account. Now My Account is an app that I use to pay my phone bills. And then we have VSco. Now I feel like everyone knows what VSco is. VSco is again another app that you can use to edit your Instagram pics. I use it to edit my Instagram pics. With every pic that I have that little grainy effect. It's really, really subtle, but I do have that grainy effect, and I add that grainy effect with VSco. VSco is another app that I have that I really, really like. This is the third screen on my phone. And then our last screen that I have is this one. So this one has only 4 apps. So on top it has like a really large widget, and it has like a really, really aesthetic. It's really aesthetic to me. It has like Dior and a bunch of different other brands. Afterwards I have my batteries. So the first app that we have here is Pinterest. Now I love Pinterest and I think it's so cute. I get a lot of inspiration from Pinterest. So as you can see, this is a very minimalist aesthetic. You can get like a bunch of different like pictures. You can add these to your mood board. Like you can create like a lot of cute stuff with Pinterest. and I get a lot of inspo from it. So I would definitely download Pinterest if you are looking for inspiration on, for example, Instagram posts, outfits ideas, wallpapers, like literally anything that you want to search up, you can definitely search with Pinterest. So I would definitely download it. So next to Pinterest, we have Netflix. Now, who doesn't own Netflix? So then afterwards, you have YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio is, again, an app for me to like look at the engagements, for example, on each of my YouTube videos. If you are someone who wants to start YouTube and wants to, you know, add thumbnails or like look at analytics if your videos are doing well, definitely download YouTube Studios. It helps. And then lastly, we have Tinder. Now, I don't think I have to explain this one to anyone. So these are the 4 screens that I have on my iPhone, and I try to make them very, very aesthetic, as you can see, going with that very beige minimalistic look. All of these pictures that I currently have on each widget I found on Pinterest underneath a minimalist aesthetic search. But again, you can make it very tailored to what you are looking for. So for example, with all of the widgets that I have, I searched up a cream minimalistic aesthetic, and you can get a bunch of different pictures that way. And you can just customize it the way you want. Definitely download Widgetsmith if you want to customize your widget to make it look a specific type of way. And yeah. Another app that I'm really obsessed with at the moment is Retouch. Now, Retouch is such a cool app. It's basically like Photoshop, but for your phone. It removes anything in the picture that you wanted to remove. So we have this picture that I posted on Instagram, and for example, you see that moon in the background? Let's just say I want to remove it. So you're just gonna go to Object Removal. Just gonna zoom in. I'm just gonna like trace it, and then you click go, and boom, bitch, it's gone. And you can modify your picture this way. Like if there's anything in the photos that you want to remove, you can definitely use this app. It is really, really helpful. Okay guys, and that's basically everything that's on my phone. So I have like 4 little like screens that I try to make it very aesthetic. I'm going to be adding more because I do have more apps that I want to include in there. However, these are the little apps and the little aesthetic that I have going on for my phone. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Comment down below if any of these apps are like new to you, or if everything was like familiar to you. Hopefully you got to learn a bit more about different apps, maybe for like, especially for Instagram edits. Like definitely look into that Retouch app. I would definitely use it, and Prequel. Those 2 apps I think are really, really crucial for editing photos for Instagram. I would definitely look into those. But that was this week's episode of Joshue's Way, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and also follow me on my social medias down below. And yeah, that's basically a wrap. Do you want to say anything? He is fed up with my shit, I swear to God, he's gonna leave. But that was it, my loves. I am really, really thankful for every one of you tuning into this week's video, and I will see you all next week.